And now it's time to seal up the ladder legs. You can see I used flathead screws to fasten them down instead of the round head, pan head screws that were in there originally. That's to give me a flatter seal on the Eternabond tape. And I have 2 pieces of tape that I've cut a 1-inch hole in the middle of. I just found the center, and you can see that I kind of marked off a circle, folded it in half, and just like making snowflakes, I cut the circle out that way. And then of course I have to get it on here, so I had to slice it open up the back. But this stuff sticks to itself, so the combination of this stuff sticking to itself back here, and then Eternabond sells a elastomeric paint that I'm going to paint over this with, and paint around the edges to keep the edges from collecting dirt and dust. In between this stuff sealing and the paint itself sealing it shut, that will keep it watertight. If I had been thinking ahead of time, I probably would have put a little line of caulking along the back of each of these just as added insurance. But with these screws holding this down tight against this rubber roof that's sealed underneath there, so water can't get underneath there. It wouldn't get underneath there very easily anyway, I wouldn't think. And then with the tape sealing over the heads of the screws, and then the tape sealing against itself back here, and then the final coat of the paint over the top of it, that will be waterproof. And if it's not, I will rue the day. I have, for the smaller piece, I have a screen tool, $2 or $3 at the local Walmart. I'll use the screen tool to push it down. At the Eternabond website you can get a roller, and that may be wise to just use their roller instead, but for this smaller piece I'm just going to use the screen tool. So now it's a matter of getting this off of here, getting the backing off of here, and getting it started and getting this stuff stuck down. We'll see how it goes. I would show you how it goes, but I can't hold the camera and do the work at the same time, and I do not have a tripod for my phone, so you are out of luck. Okay, I think that'll work. I have the camera balanced on some supplies and things here. Show you how I did this. I did one over there. I'm doing this one. To get this stuff started, they say you just get a bit of it together, kind of scrunch it up, and then twist it back and forth. And I have found that that works to a point, as long as you have something else to get a hold of that backing with. Get it started. There we go. There we go. Okay, now when I get this thing, get this leg peeled back like that all the way up to the where the pipe is, and then get this situated here. And get it started. Now the thing is with this one is I want to start in the middle and work my way out. There we go. Just get that started a little bit. And use my screwdriver to kind of smoosh it down. I'm going to work out the air pockets. You don't just flop it down. and run away. You gotta work on it a little bit and get the air pockets out. Ugh, it's sticking to my fingers. This stuff, to say this stuff is sticky would be a horrendous understatement. This stuff has its own gravity. This stuff will jump off the roll, reach out and grab you. This is serious adhesive. There we go. And then I tuck it in around the edge of the foot plate. Make sure I get a good seal and get all the air pockets out. I'm using my little screwdriver for this finer work. And then once I have that situated, then I can get started with the screen tool. Oh, I got an air pocket. I got an air bubble right there. Gotta get that out of there. Here we go. There we go. Now, I bent over this corner, messing around with it with my fat fingers. And let's see if I can unstick it enough to get this corner down. Not a huge issue, but just for aesthetics' sake. There we go. One side done. Now this side is the trickier side, because I have to make sure that this edge butts up against this edge. And I peel back. This is web seal. This is not the tape. This is what they call their web seal. It has a fabric on it instead of regular tape backing. I'm trying to pull the fabric back just a little bit to make sure I expose the sticky adhesive, so I get a good contact, get a good seal there. There we go. Now play with this side. There we go. Oh joy. There we go. And Joy said, "What?" All right, now. Oh, be careful, don't get it stuck to the... Don't get it stuck. There we go. Alright, now, get that pulled around here. Make sure that I get it lined up nicely here. There we go. There we go. This is like surgery. As if I would know what surgery is like. I'm not a surgeon, but I play one on TV. And get all the air bubbles out from around that screw. And get the air bubbles out around that seam, the edge of the foot there, that base plate. Okay. There we go. There we go. And then let's try to roll in the edge there. Ugh, let go of my finger. And roll it out to make sure that there's no air bubbles. Let go of my thumb. There. Now this part, I gotta be careful because I'm stretching it a little bit, and they say do not stretch it. Now I don't think that's quite as crucial with the, my hand is in the way, I'm sure. I don't think that's quite as crucial with this web seal because it's a fabric on the back instead of a, I don't know what the coating is on the tape, regular tape. But I imagine this is a little more forgiving of being stretched, but still. And then I use the screwdriver here to press it down and find there's one screw and there's the other screw head. Work out the air, work around the screw head. There we go. Work around that screw head. There we go. And work around the base plate, anchor plate. Work my way out from the anchor plate. And then to the leading edge of the anchor plate. Try to make sure I work in. There we go. Peel it off. This is the very beginning of the roll. This is a tape that they use to seal the roll to itself. That's why it's a different, the backing's a different color. There we go. I'm guessing I had my hand in the way most of that time, and you couldn't see diddly. Bow? There we go. A nice self-healing seal here. And the foot of the ladder is sealed. Now it's just a matter of putting a coat of the Eternabond tape over that. and wait for spring thaw for it to cure. Boy, I have a long way to go, but it's getting there.